Well, I guess I'm already live. Hi everyone. I hope you hear me clearly. You can see me. Yes, just a second, please. Okay. Well, that's great. Okay, let's start. I hope you're doing well, and let's start. Well, I got this puzzle, and last move was Queen e7. Checked on e7. Black has many options, but I think that I know that we must go closer to their king in order to create some checkmate threats. That's why I think that king f3 is much more better than other variations. King f3. Hello, how are you? King f3. If, for example, queen f6, then king e2. They must continue checking. Queen e5, and then king f1. Queen f4, then queen f2. To trade the queens, king f2, and just then to promote our pawn. One more time, king f3, queen f6, or maybe from other square, queen. No difference, queen b7, queen f7, just king f3, e2, f1, and then to close with check. I think it's correct. What is the difference between king f3 and d3? In both variations, can we see the board? You don't see the board? What is the problem? Just a second, please. But I think you see the board. What is the problem? I checked from my phone and also not whole. Just a second, please. My phone shows all board, the whole board, but let me try to adjust maybe. Just a second, please. Got it now? Let me adjust it. Just a second, please. And now, please write something if you see the board clearly, the whole board. Left little bit. That's terminal board is visible. Okay. Okay, I hope now you see all the word. Немного вправо. Здравствуйте, Илья. Немного вправо. Вправо это... Господи, это куда вправо? Сюда, да. Я так понимаю, это опять та проблема, что вот с этой стороны, с левой стороны, чуть-чуть линия H не видна, да? Well, everything is clear. Uh-huh. And let my camera also to match the board. Now board is too small, but okay, I will make it bigger. But now you will not see my rating. I think, just a second, please. I can make it higher. Just a second, please. Now you will see my rating too. At least the first three. Do you see the board? Так лучше. Отлично. Отлично. Okay, so let's continue. Great. Okay, let's continue. So, what is the difference between these two moves? Perfect. That's great. King d3 or f3. Just to create some checkmate threats, right? Just that's why. But also king d3. Even if queen d6, then king e2, and the same king f1 with the same idea. Queen f2. Mate in 2. How to mate in 2? Let's play king f3. I'm sure 99% that king f3 is correct. But who knows? Okay, let's try. It's wrong. Now I must understand what was wrong. King f3. What opportunities they have. King f3. Queen a3, queen f7, king e2. So king d3, okay. King d3, but I don't understand the difference. Okay, king e2. Yes, I am black. I play for black. King e2 also. In Queen's Endgames, I know that there is a rule that we must go closer to their king. So I knew wrong. I knew that I have to play king f3, then king e2, and then to come closer to create some checkmate threats. It means that king d3, queen d7, and king e2. King e2 also wrong. Maybe just queen b5, they can continue. No, I am black. I play for black. After king e2, maybe they can check from b5. Ah, king d1, queen b1, king e2, queen e4, but okay. King f1, and they can checkmate from g2. Just that's why. Okay. So king e2, queen b5. It doesn't work. King e3, queen. Maybe from black squares to come closer. King e3, queen e6, king f2, queen f5, king e2. It's the same. King e2, queen e4, and there is no king f1 because of this checkmate. I don't know. Maybe this way, king c2. Queen a4, then king. No, it's again endless checks. Queen b3, queen c3, king b1, b3. c2, b1, king c2, queen a4, king b1, queen b3, king a1, queen c3. Then just to take on a2, then to come closer to this pawn, then to push this pawn, and to hide behind these pawns. Really? Let's try. King c2 also wrong. I can't catch the idea. King c3. Maybe king c4, c6, b4, d6, a5, d5, b5, d8, a4, d4, b4, d7, a3, d3, just then to take on a2. No, I'm from Armenia. Let's try king c4 to try to hide behind this pawn and to push our pawn. It's also wrong. King c2 wrong, king c3 wrong, c4 wrong, e2 also wrong. Have I tried king e3? There is no meaning on this move, king e4, because they can repeat. Queen e7, queen e3, king e3. It's also wrong. I missed something. Maybe I didn't try king c3. But what is the idea? Let's try to figure out what is the idea and then to go forward. I'm a little bit disappointed. I don't know. For example, queen c6. Check. What is the difference? Queen c3, then king b4. I just wanted to hide behind this pawn, but okay, they can check from a3. King b2 later. Couldn't I go to b2 from c2? What is the difference? King b2, whatever square it is the end of the line, is to be checked by blocking queen's queen. I agree with you, but I could go to b2 from c2 as well. King b2, queen. Oh, and there is no check. If they queen b5, then I can hide and this square is protected. Or queen f6, then at first king b1, queen f5, then king a1. Okay. So it means that after king e2, they could continue queen b5, then f5. Then I couldn't go to f1, they would checkmate from g2. Or king d1, then endless checks. So okay, the idea was just to hide from to a1 behind this pawn. Here they checked from d7, right? Okay, now I understand the difference between king c2 and c3. If king c2, I think they could play queen a4 and then to check from here. In that variation, when I played king c3, there was no check from e5 and also from d4. Queen c6, just now king b2, and to win. Okay, I was very weak for this puzzle. Let's go forward. So, middle game. e6. Something must be here at first glance to sacrifice on e6 or on f7. For example, if knight f7, rook takes, queen takes, and rook f8. Rook takes, and after rook f1, just knight d8, right? Queen e8 check, the rook. I can sacrifice the rook. Okay, let's calculate. And then to take on e6, then on g6. It's also very interesting. Rook f7, queen e6, rook f8, and queen g6. And then I want to checkmate. Sacrificing rook is always good. That's interesting. Always good. In every position. Okay, we can check it. Rook f7, knight, rook takes, queen takes. Then we want to check from f7. They have to protect. Then queen g6. We want to checkmate. But it can't be so easy. Let's try. I like this move, rook f7. Rook f7, rook takes. Rook f7. Hello from Iran. Hello, greetings from Armenia. Hi everyone. Gotham just told you. That's interesting. Yes, he's professional. He can give some advices. Rook f7, rook takes, queen e6. And then queen g6. Let's try. I'm not sure, but okay, let's try. Yes, it's correct. Queen e6. Ah, I missed this one. I was calculating rook f8. Okay. Now maybe if queen g6 and there is no idea, right? Queen e8, queen e8. Okay, they can close with bishop. But okay, can I play e6 there? To fork, sorry. To fork, queen g6. Rook f1. After rook f1, knight d8, queen e8, check. Also works, I think. One of them will not work. I like queen e8 instantly too, and after that e6 with this idea. But also rook f1. Can they take on c3 to create some threat? I don't know. On e3. And rook f7. Rook f7, rook, queen e3, rook f2. Discovery check. Which one is correct? Queen e8, rook f1. Okay, after rook f1, I guess they can continue rook e7. Then queen c8. And for example, rook f8. Takes with bishop. And they will have an extra rook, I think. After queen e8, check, bishop f8, then e6. I think this one is correct. I hope. Let's try. Queen e8. Let's calculate one more time, then to play. Queen e8, check. Rook f8, it's clear. Bishop f, for example, queen c3. E takes f7, king g7. Well, I can continue even knight d6 and then queen f8. Okay, let's check from e8. I hope it's correct. Yes, it's correct. And now e6. Yes, finally. My rating, FIDE rating is 2156. Okay, let's go forward. Rook and games. Rook g7. So we have just one passing pawn. They have a lot of passing pawns. Two moves, I think rook c5 or e2. Hi everyone, hello. Which one is better? After e2, I think e2 is much more better. Rook g1. Just a second, please. What if we check? No, at first rook c5, king b1, rook b5, king c1, then rook a5, d7, no, e2, it's too late. One more time, e2, rook g1, rook c5 check, king b1, rook b5 check. They have to return to c1, right? Not to go to this file, because I will take on a5 with check. Okay, e2, rook g1, check here, check here, then rook a5, d7, check, king b2, rook g1, d8, check. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. One more time. E2, rook g1, maybe rook f5, d7, rook f1, king b2, rook g1, d8. We check again. You have to push pawn. Let's try one more time. E2, rook g1. Then just to go to d5 and to take here. Or maybe immediately rook a5. E2, rook g1, rook a5, d7, king c3, king b1, king c3, king b1, rook b5 check, king c1 for example. No, I don't know. Please help me. Pawn push, then rook f5. I've tried it. E2, rook g1, rook f5. They will play d7, rook f1 check, king b2. They will not take on f1. They will leave their rook under attack, then to promote their pawn. E2, rook g1. Rook a5, d7, king c3, king b1. Rook d5. That's interesting. b7, rook d1 check, king a2, rook g1, b8, e1. I don't know. Too hard for me. E2, rook g1, rook a5, d7. Let's push this pawn to try to play with all rules, endgame rules. Let's try. E2, okay. But it will not help me because I can't find the continuation. Push pawn to make it queen, and if they take with rook, okay, but then how to stop their pawns? Let's try. E1 takes, king b2, and then how to stop them? Rook e6, d7, rook d6, e1 takes, rook g5. I guess they will not take, they will play rook e1. And then rook c5, king b2, king d2. It's too late, just I can't stop all of them, their pawns. Hello, hi everyone. We are tormenting here, please help us. One more time. E1 takes, king b2, rook e6, d7, rook d6, b7. No, give check, I think. Rook c5, king b2, rook b5, king c1, rook a5, b7, rook a, no, d7, rook a1, king b2, rook g1, d8. I don't like it. Can I play one game? Let's play on Monday, please. I wanted to say that next Monday I will go live little bit later. You know, I changed my schedule, but this Monday, just only this Monday, I will go live little bit later. Queen c3, king c3, you mean? King c3. Well, let's try this move. After king b2, give check again. I've tried that variation. I don't like when they have a queen on d8 and with check, then you can move your king down. Let's try one more time. King c3, d7. Oh, d7 I can play e1. It's checkmate. I missed it. I'm also doing stream like... That's interesting. I will join one day. Okay. Lazy chess. Okay, that's interesting. So rook c... No. King c3. If d7, then e1 with checkmate. King c3. If king b1, then again rook d5. No. What? To play rook d5 if I can play e1. Just to take with check. No, just a second, please. I'm sure that king c3 is right, but after king b1, just to check from b5, king c1 and rook a5. And also I want to checkmate from here. If king b1 to return, then again rook b5 and then to take on b6. Okay, king c3. What if they play rook e1, rook a5, king b5, king d2, d7, rook d5, b7. Now I started to doubt. King c3, rook e1. King c3, rook e1, rook a5, king b1, rook b5, king c1, rook b6, rook e2, rook d6, just to play rook e3 check. Let's try one more time. King c3, rook e1, rook a5, king b1, check, king c1, rook a5, king b1, king d2, d7. Oh, then I could play rook a8. One more time. King c3, rook e1, rook a5, king b1, king d2. If they play b7, then I can check and to take on b7. But if they play d7, then just rook a8 to block these two pawns, this on b6 and d7, and to take here. Am I right? I agree with you. It's really very hard position, but I think it's correct. King c3, and it's finished. Just a second, please. What if rook e1, rook a5, king b1, and now king d2? If b7, then check and then to take and to control this pawn. If d7, just to play rook a8. b7 and even rook b8 with this threat. They have to play king a2 and just to take on e1. Okay, I'm satisfied. Let's continue. Again, a middle game, but close to the end game. Rook a8. Okay. Rook a8. I want to sacrifice again. Knight g7. Knight h6. Maybe they can take with queen. Queen h6. Rook h4. No, we can't use that file. I just wanted to play queen h5 to checkmate from h8. But okay. After rook h4, maybe they can continue queen g6 to control this square. Let's take knight g7. King g7. Rook g... No, at first queen f6. Check. If king h7, then queen f7. If king f8, then e6. It can't be so easy. Knight g7. Can they take on e5? Knight e5, rook e5. Queen h4. Maybe you mean queen h5. But which idea there? Maybe just to play rook g4 and to take on h6. Isn't it too long? Maybe they will have some time to activate their rook. I don't know, to create some threats. Then rook a3 to check. And also after knight g7, they can play rook a1, I think. With this idea, queen f1. Knight a6, h6 you mean. Queen takes, rook check. How to check there? Knight h6, queen h6. Maybe you mean rook h4. To check the queen, maybe. To attack the queen. Then I think they can play queen g6. I think after knight g7 they will continue rook a1 with this checkmate threat. Okay. I see. Knight g7, rook a1, and then queen g4, queen f1 check, king f3, rook a3 check, and I must close. Rook e3, they will take knight e5 with fork, and then they will win my queen. Knight g7, rook a1, play queen h4 once. No. I'm sure that queen h5 will not work. 99%, I'm sure it will not work. It's too long, it's too slow. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong. Even knight g7 is too long. Rook a1, and how to protect from this threat. One more time, queen g4 will not work. Queen f1, king f3, rook a3 check. rook e3 and knight e5. Then to take on g4. Rook g4, then take the pawn, then sacrifice the rook, give way to queen. Rook g4, rook a1, knight h6. I think even they can not to pay attention to this knight. They can play. Oh no, no, you are right. They can't play king f8 because of this checkmate threat. But okay, they will take the knight. Rook g4, rook a1, knight h6, queen takes. Maybe you mean rook g4, then rook g7. Then rook g8, king g8, queen g4. h6 first. Will not work. They will take with queen. Let's try to calculate this move. Rook g4, rook a1, rook g7, king f8, rook f7, king takes, knight d6. Well, no, king e6, queen f6, king d5. No, will not work. Knight g7 doesn't work, rook g4 doesn't work, knight h6 doesn't work. Which one works? One more time, knight g7, rook a1. Queen g4, queen f1. No, it is forced variation. It will not work. Rook g4 one more time. Even they can continue g6. I don't know. Rook g4, rook a1, g7, king f8. Knight g7, rook a1. Maybe queen f6. Queen f1, king f3, rook a3, and then to close, rook e3, knight d4, and for example, king g4. But there is no threat. I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's take, even if it's wrong, let's take on g7. Well, I'm sure that it's wrong, but let's try. Yes, it's wrong. Then rook g4. It's also wrong. Queen g4. Let's take, not to take, let's create checkmate threat. It's also wrong. It's impossible. It's also wrong. e6? e6? I'm shocked. Knight d7, queen f4, after rook d7, like, sec. e6 works. Just to open the black's king. And how to continue here? Such a difficult position. I'm shocked. Knight h6. Knight h6, queen takes. Rook takes e6, rook a1. Knight h6, they will take with queen, no? Queen h6. Rook e6. I also think that rook e6 must be the better continuation than rook e8, but I can't find the checkmate. Rook e8, king h7, and then what next? Rook e6, rook a1. Ah, maybe just then knight h6, because our rook is protecting the knight, so they can't take with queen. They have to take with pawn, and the king will be opened. Yes, yes, it's right. Just then knight h6. Even I will turn on the engine to check this moment. Knight h6, and they can't take with queen because of this rook. They have to take with pawn. If they play king h7, then queen f5 and rook e8 checkmate. If they take with pawn, then just rook e8, queen f8, rook e7, then to checkmate. Okay, and just now knight h6. Unfortunately. Okay, let's go forward. So, king g7. What to do? To take on f7 immediately. Nicely done. Thank you so much, but I lost in that position, unfortunately. But okay, I liked it very much. King g7. Maybe queen h5 with this idea. To check from g6. Queen h5. If check, for example, king h2. Let's try. I don't see any interesting option. Queen h5. Queen c1. Oh, just a second, please. Queen c1, check here. Queen f4. Oh, it will be an endless checks. I don't like it. Or queen h5, check here, check king g1, queen e3, king f1, king f1, queen c1, for example, king e2. No, they can check from c2, from c1. What if queen b1? With the same idea, just to stay on the first rank to control this square. Queen b1. Yes, I agree with you. Queen b1. Yes, it's correct. King g8. And now knight f7. Rook takes, queen g6, check. Let's take. Yes. Ah, they decided to sacrifice the queen. Okay, it was easy. It was easy just to find this idea. Then I needed to find this move, this, no, not this check, from here, then endless checks. And it was clear that queen b1 works. Okay, that's interesting. What your rating is? Let's go forward. Rook f2. Just a second, please. Rook f2. They want to check from g2. Or what? Or maybe just to protect on h2. But if I play, for example, rook e8 right now, they will continue rook g2 check, king f6, and then bishop g5, and to take on d8, and this rook will protect on e1. Oh, but I can close. For example, rook e8, rook g2, bishop g3, bishop f4. No, no. What if rook e8, rook g2, king h5, rook g5, king h4? Try to hide here on this file. Rook e8, rook g2, queen g3, rook g2. I'm not sure, but I feel that rook e8 is correct. Rook e8, rook g2, and just to escape, king h5, rook g5, and king h4. And there is no useful check for white. Also, we want to check from here, from h2 and from e1. Rook e8, what if they play bishop d2? Just to control this square. Maybe rook g8. Discovery check. Rook g8, rook g2, and king h5. No, king h5. They will take on f7 with check. Okay, rook g8, rook g. Yes, I also calculate that move. Rook g8, rook g2, but not to go to h5, but f6. Yes, you're right. Rook g8, rook g2, king f6. Let's try. So good that I didn't play rook e8. Okay, rook g. Oh, bishop f1. That's interesting. So king h5 or king f6. Which one? King h5. If king h5, rook g2, No, let's play king f6 just to protect this pawn, because after king h5, rook g2 takes. If I try to pin, then they can take queen f7, rook g6, queen h7, and I will get checkmate, queen h6. So king f6, if bishop g2, then if bishop g2, queen h2, king f1, rook g2. Let's try king f6, then I will decide after bishop g2 how to continue there. But please, I hope it's not wrong. King f6, bishop g2. Let's play king f6. Yes, it's correct. Bishop g2. So maybe now rook g2, rook takes. No. How to double the rooks? I want to double them. Rook g2, rook g2. No, will not work. Rook g6, king f1. It also will not work. Bishop h2, king f1. Rook g2, rook takes, queen f3, check. Rook f2, queen d1, king g2, rook g8, king h2, queen g1, king h3, queen g3. Is it checkmate? One more time. Bishop h2, king f1, takes, check. Rook f2, queen d1, king g2. Even queen g1, king h3, queen g3, it's checkmate. But after queen g1, they can escape to f3, and there is no checkmate. But king g2, rook g8, king h2. No, they will go to h3. There is no checkmate anymore. But I'm sure that bishop h2 works. If king h1, then rook g2, rook g2 at first, and just then bishop somewhere, I don't know where. I don't know. Now I started to hesitate. Bishop h2, king h1, rook g2, rook g2, rook g2. Let's check. What if king h1 really? Rook g2, rook g2, then bishop. Bishop f4 check. No. Bishop f4, king g1. Too difficult. I'm shocked. I even don't know how to continue after king h1. It's impossible for me. Okay, let's concentrate on this variation, king f1. Here I am sure that rook g2 works. Yes, I was calculating this variation, queen f3, then check. At first rook g8, queen h5. I would find this checkmate for sure. Then I started to calculate queen g1. No, queen g3, this variation. But then I found king f3. But after king f3, queen g4, checkmate. What is the difference? Rook g8 also works. Check, then here. Well, okay. But what if they play king here? King h1. If then you can use the rook to pin. How? I can't understand that. How to use the rook to pin? Rook g2, rook takes. Bishop g3, king g1. Rook e8, no, it also will not work. Or maybe rook, bishop d6, king g1, for example, d3, with this idea. No, but then they can continue bishop a3. Rook g2, then rook g8. And yes, you are right. And then to checkmate here, just to distract the rook. You are right, really. What your rating is. So I was just lucky. Maybe if they play king h1, maybe I wouldn't find that rook g8. All the way back before the bishop moved, then to the king. That's very difficult for me. Drop the bishop to f4. No, really. Yes, your rating. Who offered this move, rook g8? Rook g2, then rook g8. You're also Brandon Blanco, but rook g8 move offered Wilhelm Millard Nedalek. Robert Siratsky. Hello. I'm doing well, thank you. And how are you? Well, okay, let's solve one more puzzle. So 4 wins and 2 loses. Rook a8. I want to sacrifice my queen. Well, it will not work right now, okay. King h6. I just wanted to checkmate from here. Or to... No, it will not work. Queen h6. One more time. Rook f4. I will take. If they take, it will be checkmate. Rook h4. King g5. And then knight h7, checkmate. But they can take with this pawn. Queen h6. You are 2100. That's interesting. That's great. Sack the knight by knight h5. Okay, I will try now. Knight h5. So queen h6 doesn't work. If king takes, rook f4. They just will continue g5 to protect this square. Okay, let's try this variation. Knight g5. At first taking. G takes h5, queen g5, king h8, queen f6, king g8. No, somewhere I have to play f6. Knight h5 takes f6, king h8. Oh, maybe knight e8. Rook takes f6. King f8. No, it will be checkmate from g7. But knight e8. Rook e8, f6. King h8. Queen h6. Rook g8. Rook f4, g5. Will not work. I don't know. One more time. Knight h5. G takes h5. f6. King h8. What if at first queen g5? Not to sacrifice immediately. To create threat. Knight h5, check. Then queen h6. For example, queen g5. They will take. Then knight h5, check. King h. If king h8, then queen f6, queen g7. Queen g5 takes. Knight h5, king g8. Now queen h6, g takes h5, and rook f5 with this threat. If they play f6, but bishop e5, queen g5, bishop e5. You are right. Maybe rook f4 at first with this idea. Rook f4, bishop e5, rook h4, and then to checkmate, queen h6, queen h7. But they can take with king. Knight e8 doesn't work. Knight h5 doesn't work. Queen g5 also. Queen h6 also. Which one? Knight d5? Rook a3 to trap the queen, but no. Queen b2 they will play. I still think you can sacrifice knight h5 if after a few moves the queen is on f6. You have rook f5 to threaten checkmate. You're right. That's interesting. One more time. Knight h5. They take queen g5. Here, queen f6, king g8. On f5, there is still my pawn. How to clear that square? Queen g5, king h8, f6, rook g8. No, I don't know. Too difficult, this one. Rook f4, queen b2, rook h4, knight g4 seems pretty easy. Really? Knight g4. With this idea, then to return. Knight g4, bishop e5, and just check f6, or just to take knight e5. I guess you are right. Knight g4, and then queen h6. And there is no protection. What if f6? Again check. Then knight f6, and to win equality. You are right. Let's try. But I will not count if I win in this puzzle. I will not count that it was my win. Let's try. I don't know. Yes, knight g4. You are right. King h8 and queen h6. Rook g8, knight f6. One more time. Rook h6. Oh, queen h6. Sorry. Rook h8. Knight f6. Rook g7. Or maybe at first queen g5. Rook g8, check, close. Or maybe knight f6 at first. No, knight f6 they will return to. So queen h6, maybe after rook g8 just to take on e6, then rook f7. Yes, f takes e6. I agree with you. What your rating is? If knight g4 seems pretty easy for you, so what your rating is? It means that you are a high qualified chess player. After queen h6, yes, queen h6, rook g8, just then to take on e6, and rook f7. So let's try. Yes, it's correct. You won. It was your win, not mine. So I can count that here I lost. Let's count that I lost. It was not my win. It means that I won in 4 puzzles and lost in 3. But okay, that was very interesting. So you can see that you are international master? Really? How can I find you in FIDE? What's your name and surname? Please write. I will try to search you in FIDE. Okay, this is my level. For how long? From September, I started to stream on Thursdays, puzzle solving day, and almost 4 months. Here is my rating. Sorry, can't say it. Why? So it means that you are just kidding, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe you are Armenian. You don't want me to know about you. Such a big secret. Okay, what can I say? It's unfair, at least. Okay, let's finish for today. At least it was very interesting. Just a little stream, short stream, but I got a great pleasure. Okay, so for Monday, for next Monday, let's meet a little bit later. If you don't follow me in Instagram, please subscribe there too. Very often I make some stories there, and in stories I make an how to say that, I tell that, for example, I must change the time of my streaming, I don't want it to be public. Okay, such a big secret. Okay, you can write your name and surname to my direct. I am Magnus. Okay, that's interesting. Well, okay, so what can I say if you don't want? But you can write me in Instagram or from Lichess, direct messages. Okay, see you next time. See you on Monday, little bit later. Hello, but I'm finishing right now. Let's meet on Monday. And it was my friend. We are in the same room. It was a big secret, but okay. What can I say? I can't force you to tell your name and surname. Okay, thank you so much. Take care of you. I wish you a wonderful day and see you on Monday. Goodbye.